Can you build anything useful or complex vibe coding? Yes, vibe coding is getting better all the time. What you could vibe code 6 months ago was limited. What you can create now is more complex. Vibe coding is very good at honing in on specific coding tasks. The problem is it will hone in on this very specific task and forget the rest of the code. By fixing something small, like a button that's not working, it might break other stuff in the application. That's one of the main issues for vibe coding. That is becoming less prevalent as models and tools get better. When using something like Claude Code, for example, it will insist early on, it will say, hey, we're going to set up something called Claude.md, Claude Markdown, put all our instructions on an overview of the code base and rules. It sets it up for you. Claude is always checking the rest of the code base and make sure I'm not going to mess anything up. These kind of improvements to vibe coding are meaning that what we can do now is much better than previously. It's going to get easier. About a year ago, AI assisted coding was relatively new. A lot of coders and programmers are like, it's trash, I'm going to be fine. That is starting to decrease as people are realizing that, oh God, this is quite good. And the kind of arguments against it shrink. We see this in all types of AI. Initially, we would laugh at the responses ChatGPT would give us for the first couple of years. It can't even write this. It can't count the R's in strawberry. Stupid AI. And then as it begins to expand in its capacity, the arguments against it, based on it being bad, decrease. We start to see those arguments collapse. And instead we get arguments about, oh God, it's terrible for the environment, or it's going to destroy the labor market. These are different arguments because the defense of it's crap is no longer applicable because AIs are getting really good. If you are just starting coding, don't build anything complex. Start with small projects first. You can grasp what's working, what's not, and build up from there. As you move to complexity, what you're going to be focusing on is architecture. So how all of the pieces of this tool, this piece of software work together. And then you're going to build out different parts of it, modules separately, making sure they're working, and then starting to connect everything. Start with basic projects. As you become more confident, vibe coding tools are going to be getting better as well. So when you are ready to look at things like architecture and how a larger, more complex piece of software comes together, let's say 6 months, 9 months from now, the vibe coding tools will also be in a better place and be able to deal with those tasks. At some point, we're going to stop calling it vibe coding. The term vibe coding was only coined in February or March this year. It's a temporary term to differentiate from real coding. But many software engineers are using AI-assisted coding at work. It will just merge and become coding. Python format spacing was designed by an idiot. We don't have to worry about it